Good evening and welcome to KiniNews. The Sultan of Selangor has expressed sadness and shock at the relatively low number of vaccines supplied by the federal government to the state.
The low and unfair number of COVID-19 vaccines supplied to Selangor has left state ruler Sultan Sharafuddin Idris Shah in shock. In a statement released by the palace through the Sultan's private secretary, Mohamad Munir Bani, the ruler believed that the current supply was insufficient for Selangor's population. The statement said His Majesty was shocked when the COVID-19 immunization task force confirmed that Selangor only received 615,000 COVID-19 vaccine doses as of June 1st, 2021, and not 2.9 million doses as previously claimed. The Sultan further stressed that this is not fair as the ratio of vaccine doses given does not match the total population in Selangor, which is 6.5 million. He added that the state should also be given priority because it is the biggest contributor to Malaysia's GDP. The monarch thus hoped that the federal government's special committee for ensuring access to COVID-19 vaccine supply would expedite vaccine delivery by setting up more vaccine administration centres in the state, especially in rural areas. He also proposed using drive-through PPVs and mobile clinics for vaccinations. Meanwhile, the ruler commended the Selangor state government's move to aggressively conduct free COVID-19 swab tests for people throughout the state.
Opposition leaders may finally get their meeting with the king, but they won't be alone. It appears that the king has reportedly consented to a meeting with leaders from all sides.
Yang di-Pertuan Agong has reportedly agreed to hold a meeting with the leaders of all political parties in the country. The matter was revealed by Khairuddin Abu Hassan, a member of the opposition's committee lobbying for an end to the state of emergency. Istana Negara had since April indicated a willingness to meet, but no date was fixed. Representatives from PKR, Amanah, Muda and Pejuang told Malaysia Kini they have yet to receive any formal invitation. However, government sources who spoke to Malaysia Kini said they are privy about the planned meeting but added that there was nothing concrete yet. Meanwhile, Malaysia Deadline, Amanah's party organ, initially quoted its party president Muhammad Sabu as saying there would be positive developments in the next few days. It also quoted sources that the planned meeting with all leaders of the political parties will take place from June 9 to June 11. However, it later withdrew the report. A senior UMNO leader who spoke on condition of anonymity said he too had heard about the planned meeting, but added that the situation was fluid. Meanwhile, MIC President S. Vigneswaran told Malaysia Kini that talks of an audience with the ruler had been discussed since the end of last month, but it was postponed due to the lockdown, he said. He added that MIC too had yet to receive a formal invitation. Government sources are watching keenly as it could have a bearing on the future of Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin's government. This was considering that the emergency is set to expire in less than 2 months and Muhyiddin's majority remains fragile. Palace officials said they are unaware of the matter and have yet to receive instructions about issuing a statement. It was later reported by Malaysia Now that the meeting is merely a normal one, according to a source.
With ministers contradicting each other on how to handle undocumented migrants, Lim Kit Siang has called on the Prime Minister to step in and put an end to the confusion. But before we go into that, I must say Kini TV has some of the best viewers on the planet. A special shout out from all of us to more than 60 of you who have graciously contributed to Kini TV in May. In order to appreciate you, we'll display your names at the bottom of the screen. For those of you who would like to get your names to appear in that ticker down there, you can click on the link in the description below. Now, on to Kit Siang.
In February, National COVID-19 Immunization Programme (NIP) Coordinating Minister Khairy Jamaluddin promised that the government would not arrest any undocumented migrants taking part in the COVID-19 vaccination programme. However, this was contradicted by Home Minister Hamzah Zainuddin on May 29 when he controversially declared that law enforcers were prepared to make more arrests against undocumented migrants found flouting SOP in the 2-week-long lockdown. Now, Iskandar Puteri MP Lim Kit Siang has urged Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin to take a firm stand and put an end to the supposed confusion between his two ministers. In a statement today, the DAP veteran also called on Muhyiddin to declare an amnesty for undocumented migrants in order to prioritise the war against COVID-19. He noted that this would allow the government to consult the relevant groups to encourage foreign workers and refugees to get inoculated. Lim said Malaysia would never achieve herd immunity if the Home Ministry continued to create conditions that failed to encourage undocumented migrants to get vaccinated. Meanwhile, a group of more than 80 organisations, civil societies, associations, as well as 71 individuals have sent Muhyiddin a petition urging him to stop the mass arrest of undocumented migrants. On June 6, the Immigration Department nabbed 156 immigrants at an illegal settlement in Cyberjaya. Hamza had said the operations were intended to assist undocumented migrants register for a valid document, get vaccinated, and later be given the option to leave the country or work here legally.
It's not the first time that Anuar Musa has been called out by social media users for posting questionable information. On Monday, netizens called him out once again.
Federal Territories Minister Anuar Musa has come under fire for a video he shared on Facebook on Monday night that many netizens are calling fake news. The video is edited to show words, "vaccine in Taiwan." However, it appears to be showing a chaotic scene in mainland China. Anuar also included his own caption to say, quote, "Just a thought, don't insult your own country too much." The Facebook post has garnered over 600 comments, with some agreeing with Anwar's caption, while others pointed out it was fake news. As at 1 PM on Tuesday, the post was still up. This comes just 2 weeks after the UMNO leader was criticized for spreading misinformation by sharing 2 inaccurate COVID-19 infection graphs. He later apologized and took down his tweets. In his apology post, he said, quote, "Many charts were being spread and it got a little confusing. When checked, the results were different. I'm forced to delete my postings this morning as it was found to be confusing when reviewed. I apologize."
Even though it's been more than 1.5 years since COVID-19 changed the world, its origin still remains a bit of a mystery. However, one US report has concluded that COVID-19 may have been leaked from a Wuhan lab.
A report on the origins of COVID-19 by a US government national laboratory concluded that the hypothesis of a virus leak from a Chinese lab in Wuhan is plausible and deserves further investigation, the Wall Street Journal said on Monday, citing people familiar with the classified document. The study was prepared in May 2020 by the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory in California and was referred to the State Department when it conducted an inquiry into the pandemic's origins during the final months of the Trump administration, the Wall Street Journal report said. Lawrence Livermore's assessment drew on genetic analysis of the COVID-19 virus, the journal said. Lawrence Livermore declined to comment on the Wall Street Journal report. US President Joe Biden said last month he had ordered aides to find answers to the origin of the virus. US intelligence agencies are considering 2 likely scenarios: that the virus resulted from a laboratory accident or that it emerged from a human contact with an infected animal. But they have not come to a conclusion, Biden said. A still classified US intelligence report circulated during former President Donald Trump's administration alleged that 3 researchers at China's Wuhan Institute of Virology became so ill in November 2019 that they sought hospital care. US officials have accused China of not being transparent about the virus origins, a charge Beijing has denied. Separately, Mike Ryan, a top World Health Organization official, said on Monday that the WHO cannot compel China to divulge more data on COVID-19's origins, while adding it will propose studies needed to take understanding of where the virus emerged to the next level. Earlier this month, US infectious disease expert Dr. Anthony Fauci called on China to release the medical records of 9 people whose ailments might provide vital clues into whether COVID-19 first emerged as the result of a lab leak.
That's all for KiniNews this evening. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. Don't forget you can also follow us on social media on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook to get the latest news updates over there as well. If you would like to support the independent media, please do consider a subscription to MalaysiaKini.com. If you're heading out, don't forget your mask, and when you can, please do try to stay home. I'm Daniel Anthony. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay safe, Malaysia.